Okay, so moving on, isometric sketching to adding and subtracting two basic shapes. So let's take a face of a cube that we might have. Let's say on that cube, we want to take away a square section, or we want to take away a triangular section, or maybe we want to take away a completely randomized shape from that section. So if we have our cube, isometric cube looking something like this. Let's take away a square from this part. Okay, so all we're going to be doing is we're going to be drawing vertically down, drawing horizontally across, moving our page and drawing back, making sure this is parallel, drawing across, making sure these three are parallel, drawing vertically down, and then drawing across, making sure that these are parallel. So to slow down a little bit there, I've gone parallel to that and parallel to that. And then my right lines, these are parallel going here to this and to this. And then I've got my vertical lines as well. Now there's something missing there that looks a little bit strange at the moment. Hopefully you can work out that we need this back section, vertical. We need this section here to be horizontal to that line, parallel to this, this, and this. And then we need this section to join up from there to there. And those are parallel to there, to there, to there, to there, and to there. So we've taken about a nice little square from it. Maybe we want to take a little triangle out of the back corner. Now we're not going to take the triangle out of the actual corner. We're going to have it inset slightly. So we make sure that we follow our lines parallel and parallel, parallel and parallel, and then join up this section with that angle. And that still looks a little bit strange. We need a line going down the back because that is what would happen if you had something cut out. And then very simply, we have something taken away from there. So let's just make these bits a little bit darker so we can actually understand what is going on with our shape on the top. And now let's take away just a completely random shape. So I'm just going to go and draw some lines on here. No thoughts, okay? These aren't supposed to be parallel, just drawing a random shape, okay? All we would actually see on that shape is a line going in this direction. Now, it's quite a hard line to understand, but once we think about this line, and this line all being parallel, we need that line to also be parallel, okay? So I can move my page around, I can think about it, it needs to be parallel to that blue pencil, roughly there, and then that line, yeah, parallel to those ones, makes the eye understand what is actually going on, okay? So something like that. And because of how I've drawn the shape, it looks a little bit odd, but that is what would be happening. So you can then go in and you can just draw over, darken these lines up. That's a little bit curved, sorry. Sort this one out over here, make this vertical here, and you are then in a pretty good position with your sketching. Okay, so that is adding and subtracting, sorry, that's subtracting from a initial cube. You could then say have a, I don't know, let's draw another isometric cube up here. All of my lines that need to be parallel are parallel, roughly. Let's have something that sticks out. So this time vertical, this time this one goes parallel to that line and parallel to this line. Now I want something to extrude out from here, which means it extends. So I need this line from this corner to be coming all the way out. So I'm going to follow that in this direction, like so. Same from this corner, going out in that direction. Is that parallel? It's a little bit off. It's not bad. This one, same, parallel, coming in this direction. Then we can add some verticals, vertical to vertical, they're parallel, and then horizontal across in this direction. So that and that and that and that are all parallel. And then I want one from here going parallel and something that's nice and vertical there. Sorted. That one looks pretty good. So I can then join those two together. I can join these two corners together, and I can join these two corners together. And then we have a shape that has been nicely extruded out from there. I could do it hovering. So say I wanted some rectangle sticking out from this side. Those lines are horizontal. Those two are horizontal. My vertical, good, they are all parallel. Now again, we need to make sure this sticks out. It needs to come along this line. So it's coming out from this line and this line and this line. So we know that's about right from this corner that's about right, and from this top corner, that's about right. So all of those are parallel, as you can see. Parallel, 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 parallel. Too many parallels. From there, we then go vertical. Anywhere along the line, doesn't matter. And just tidy this up so we can actually see what's happening. From there, horizontal. I need to go horizontal across here and join those two. Okay, so that line is horizontal to that line, which is horizontal to that line. Yes, we need to go vertical. We don't know how far down, but as soon as we go horizontal across, it meets, and we then have a nice face for our shape. Simple, okay? As soon as you understand that everything needs to be following these construction lines in the right direction, you'll be in a pretty good place. So I can then join these, make these a bit darker to make it stand out. Then we're in a pretty good place, okay? So my green lines, this is my green line, this is a green line, and this is a green line. But these initial ones are also green lines. So these lines here, they're all green, going back off to the right. My vertical lines, easy, vertical, 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 vertical. Yes, my blue lines going off to the left. Sorted in this direction. All of those look about right. Okay, that will do. So you can play around with this, okay? It doesn't have to be things going perfectly parallel to each other. So if I take my really quick cube, potentially I want to take a corner off, just a random corner at a random angle. So I can just join those up randomly and then a random line across there. And then that corner's gone. I can go over here, make this nice and dark, like so. Make this dark to make the lines and the eye understand what's actually happening. And then all of a sudden, we've lost that top corner. Okay, and once you're happy with how the lines work, you can do all kinds of fun things with it. So, play around, add some more to this cuboid, take away more from this cuboid, do some different things with it, stack cuboids on top of each other, angle cuboids, lots of different bits you can do there. Have a little play, enjoy it.